Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I have a little organization video for those of you who are maybe considering purging some of your paper punches and want to see what I like to keep in my drawer. And this drawer is mainly for paper punches that I use for card making. So card making or scrapbooking. So I recently, well, not so recently, maybe a year ago or so, I did kind of a purge of my punches. Back when I started card making and scrapbooking, I mainly used paper punches to punch out shapes. And over time, you start to collect metal dies and find those more useful. But I have found that keeping paper punches around can be helpful as well. Sometimes it's a lot easier just to punch a quick circle or square rather than run over to your die cut machine and get out the die and kind of line everything up on make the sandwich and do that whole thing. So sometimes you just need a square. So that's what's in this drawer, just quick, easy punches that I like to use for card making. This is also a good video for those of you who are just maybe starting out and don't want to invest in the metal dies yet. Maybe just grabbing a few punches from the craft store can help you get started. And I'll tell you how I use the punches and on my cards and what shapes work best for me. So let's go ahead and get started. So this is my plastic bin that I keep underneath my craft desk. And I have a video kind of showing my entire craft room organization. If you want to take a look at that, I'll have a link to that. But this is my drawer of punches. And I have kept around mainly the ones that I like to use for card making close by. The ones that I purge, so extra border punches and that kind of thing, I have moved over to my junk journaling area, which eventually I plan to do a video on that. So I've kind of organized a little area since I've gotten started with junk journaling using those punches. So first of all, let me show you my circle punches. These are really helpful when you want to cut out a sentiment, maybe in a circle shape, and you want to kind of tuck it under a focal point or a flower or something like that. I do a lot of that with, I'll heat emboss a sentiment on vellum and just want a little vellum circle to kind of tuck under a flower petal or something like that. So that's what these are great for, because you can put your sentiment, kind of line it up around the circle in the back of the punch and just punch it out, and you have an easy punch and ready to just put it on your card and ready to go. So if you want to make a little notch in the top of like a pocket, so you would actually, let me line it up like this. So, say this is the top of your envelope or little pocket thing. You would just take the circle here and then just do a little half circle. Oops, like that. That's not even or anything, but so you have like a little slot so you can kind of put stuff in and out of the pocket more easy because you have this little opening here. So that's helpful for that. I've got different size circles. I have 2-inch, 1.5 inch. Let's see, this one is almost a 3-inch. This is a pretty large circle. The Paper Studio, I think, is the Hobby Lobby brand. They have a lot of paper punches. Martha Stewart, EK Success brand, Marvi Uchida, I think it's called. They have a good they have a good selection of punches too. So that's a good brand to look for online. This is a smaller 1-inch punch here. And then I have some smaller ones too. These are from Martha Stewart, just the smaller little circle punches. These are helpful for the tops of tags if you want to use that, if you don't have a paper punch around, or like a little hole puncher. And I think that covers all of the circle punches. Next up is the square punches. Again, I have a lot of different sizes for those. I use square punches, again, to cut around sentiments. I also like them for backgrounds too. So I have different sizes. This is the Marvi Uchida. Looks like, it doesn't say the size. This is about a 1.5 inch square. I think this is a 1-inch. This one, and then I have a really big one. This is from the Paper Studio. This is a 3-inch square punch. I use this for backgrounds on my cards, so this can be really helpful too. if you just want to have a quick square background and you don't want to die cut anything, this is good for that. This is almost a 1.5 inch square as well. And then I think I covered all the square punches. And then I have a few kind of specialty hole punches. So this came in a set from Hobby Lobby, and these are helpful for sewing, which I don't do much of, but if you want to add a bow or some kind of stitching to your card, this can be helpful too. This is a little stitch lines you can kind of run across the side of your card or your scrapbook page or something, and then you can put string through that. Same with this. This is used for ribbon, this punch, and this is just a basic hole punch that came with this set. So I have these. I've recently gotten a Crop-A-Dile, which I have never thought about getting before until I started my junk journaling. And it's very helpful for punching through thick chipboard and attaching eyelets to, if you do a hole punch and you want to attach the metal eyelet. But not only that, it also has 2 different sizes of hole punches on it, which you can actually see what you're punching on the top. So there's like an opening here. And you can also punch different depths of paper. So if you want to make sure if you want to punch a multiple amount of holes across a page, you can make sure they're all the same size going across by adjusting this little side adjuster here. So it's really helpful. So I can't believe it's taken me this long to get. I've been paper crafting for about 15 years and I've never owned a Crop-A-Dile until about 2 months ago. So this is great too. I keep this in here handy. Also a corner chomper, which is very handy for rounding corners of photographs, book covers, card bases, card panels on the fronts of cards. It's nice to have sometimes a rounded edge on a card. Just kind of adds some interest to the card. So there's 2 different sizes on here, and this is from We Are Memory Keepers, same as the Crop-A-Dile. I love adding hearts to my cards, so I have quite a few sizes of heart punches. This is just a couple of basic sizes. I'm not sure what size these are, but it's nice when you're adding a heart embellishment to a card to have a couple of different sizes. And I like to surround my sentiment with hearts. It's a great way to draw attention to the sentiment. And sometimes if your card just needs a little something extra, you don't want to add maybe Nuvo drops or enamel dots, just a couple of little hearts can be really cute. In different colors too, red, black, whatever would work for the card. So I have just a couple of different punches here that I've kept. Oh, this is kind of a fun one. This is from Momenta, and it cuts this. It cuts the heart out and then embosses it. So I thought this was kind of interesting. So you get I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but it cuts just out a nice size heart, and then you get this little like embossed area too. So it's more of a specialty punch, but I thought, I definitely use that for cards. And then, I have this heart border punch, which not only is good for, scrapbooking, or you could do it on the edge of a card, but you could make shaker material for it. So little hearts for either embellishments, or you can just punch a bunch of these out and add them to your little shaker window and have, like glitter hearts or something in a shaker card. I have a few, and then I have this is from Martha Stewart too. This is more of a specialty punch, but I thought it's really pretty with the scrolling, and again, hearts are really popular on cards, so I have that. Little shaped punches are fun too for shakers. If I see something that's kind of different and interesting, I'll pick up a punch like this, and they're usually very small. Like there's this little palm tree, this little bow. I have even a smaller bow. So I think bows are really cute on cards. They can go along with the hearts. This little party hat is really cute too. And you can make a ton of these and make confetti out of it. which leads me to this punch, which is an actual confetti punch. This is from We Are Memory Keepers, and it actually, I mean, you can cut out like a ton of confetti at one time. So you can use it as decoration on a table, but then I use this for cards for making, you know, the inside of a shaker card. So you can cut out, you know, punch glitter paper, punch, you know, metallic paper, whatever works for your shaker card. Oh, and then one more hole punch I have is this. This is from Martha Stewart. I don't even know if they still carry this. I'll try to find something that's similar to it, and I can put a link to it. But this punch has, let me show you, inside the top here, it has different sized punches that you can add to the tip, or different tips that punch out different size holes, and you just add it to the end there. And then you can put your hole anywhere you want on your page or your tag or wherever you're needing a hole punch. So you're not limited by the actual tool itself. You just have, you can, you know, move it all around. So this is very helpful too. And then the one border punch that I do keep in this drawer is this basic kind of it's like a little lacy circle, because I think this is really pretty for card edges. So if you make, say, blank note cards or something like that, just having this like pretty edge along, punched out on the edge of the card base is really pretty. So that's basically my punch drawer. So if you have any questions about how to, you know, stay organized or anything about what I talked about today, definitely leave me a comment, and take a look at some of my other organizational videos, and be sure to sign up for my newsletter too, because I will always, I do a monthly newsletter I send out, and I'll give you some free card sketches. And if you're new, I will get you caught up with all the previous card sketches that I've sent out. But I'll also talk about maybe new stuff that's in my Etsy shop, what videos you might have missed previously, blog posts that I do in different places, and then just extra, like, kind of fun things that I find on Instagram. I'm always finding new podcasts, so I make sure I list those there, because I'm always finding just fun, creative artist podcasts that I love listening to while I'm crafting. So definitely sign up for my newsletter. I'll leave a link down below too. So thanks again for joining me today, and I'll see you in my next video.